Welcome back to City Trends with George Miller. We've had some great guests on, and I have another great guest on right now, and it's Mr. Badasci, and he owns Lemoore Furniture. Mr. Badasci, could you please share a little bit with our audience about Lemoore Furniture and what you offer in your store?
First of all, we're located in downtown Lemoore next to the post office, 221 D Street. And we have about 9 different companies we represent. Ashley, Best Chairs, New Classic, All-American, Coaster, Williams, which is in Fresno.
And those are great companies. I actually own a Best Chair, and I've had it for years, and they hold up well. And I think I talked to you before, and I used to manage a furniture store, so I'm very familiar with Ashley's product, phenomenal product.
Right,
Best
right.
Chair is another phenomenal product. And in Lemoore, you're right next to the Navy base, if I'm correct, right?
We love the Navy base. We're glad to be here, and we can do anything we can to help those nice people supporting the war effort. You got it.
Yes, and I'm prior service myself, and whenever I got out of the military and managed or owned a business, I always try to help our service members as much as possible. Do you have any specials that you offer service members in your area?
Well, we got a price matching guarantee. They see a quoted price from a certain, they got a commissary out there from Ashley or another dealer. If it's written or if it's advertised, we can beat it or match it by 5%.
And is that true if they come up to Fresno or they go somewhere else?
Anywhere
and they find
in California.
Wow, that's excellent.
That way makes them, reassures them that they're getting a good deal from your friends over here at Lemoore Furniture.
And that's the benefit. When a store is willing to do that, when they're willing to price match, and then you can get that sale price in your local area, then you also have the added benefit. If you ever need service or you ever need to add another piece, you're right there locally. You're not having to drive back out of town again.
Good point, Mr. Miller. What happened, Mr. Fernandez came in, he had bought a chair 6-7 years ago, and the spring broke, one of the Best Chairs.
Okay.
So we got his model number, and they cross-referenced the spring, got it to him, he's happy, he came back, brought his granddaughter in, got her a new college set for her.
And you know, I'm privy towards small business, and one of the reasons why, and I teach sales and marketing classes, and the key to being successful in business is to go past transaction and enter relationships. And a lot of times in bigger cities, you know, they have so many customers that they're just dealing at the transaction level. That means they provide a good or a service for this price point. But the problem with that is if somebody else opens up down the street and they offer a better price or better service, then people leave them and they go there and they say, you know what, no hard feelings, it's just business. But when you're dealing with small town family-owned businesses, you actually establish a relationship with your customers, and so there's that added trust when they're dealing with you. They're not having to go, okay, I'm trying to find this salesman, well, they don't work here anymore, or whatever the case is. It's a family-owned business, and you know, okay, last time I was here, I dealt with Mr. Badasci, and Mr. Badasci, 5 years later, is still here to take care of your needs.
We care about our customers, they're our friends, we see them in church, we're at the high school with them. And we can do anything we can to help these guys out. Anything we can.
And that's the thing. And you hit the nail on the head there. And smaller communities, to be successful, you have to live and die on your reputation. And you guys, I'm very familiar with your store, and you guys have a phenomenal reputation.
Thank you, Mr. Miller. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And like I said, I used to manage a furniture store, and when I came by to visit you and we talked about you coming on the show, you were doing a lot of the same things that I did back then. I saw how you were interacting with your employees, and it was almost more like a family environment.
You know what? When you go to work, you got to have fun. It's not a job. It's like an adventure, fun time.
And sometimes we forget that. You know, you got to take care of business. That's a given. But as long as you're taking care of business, there's no reason why you can't be enjoying yourself at the same time.
Why go to a job that you're angry with, you're unhappy with? It's fun to work us. All our employees love it here. We have barbecues once a month for them.
Yeah, barbecues once a month?
With Traeger grills once in a while.
That should be working
Chicken in
for
the
you.
back. Potlucks. It makes it fun.
That is great. Okay, so if someone wants to come down and get the discount you were talking about, how do they get a hold of you?
You look up 559-925-1940. That's the guy at Lemoore Hardware. And, Lemoore Furniture. And you look up, we have a Facebook page, Lemoore Furniture.
Well, I know you have the hardware store right next door
Right,
too
right.
as well, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of full service right there.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and they're right there on D Street, correct?
Downtown Lemoore, D Street, next to the post office.
Can't
And,
miss it. You just go right off the freeway, and there they are. So next time you're looking for something, stop in Lemoore and see Mr. Badasci, and he'll give you a price you need and the service you need.
You bet.
All right, thanks a lot, sir. I appreciate having you on.
Thanks
Hopefully we'll have you on
God bless
again.
you.
All right, City Trends, we'll be right back. Thank you.